Hey fellas, it's Zem and I'm back with the Monastery T30. This is kind of an interesting match, and the reason I'm posting this is more along the lines of, we always talk about the lemming trains, we always talk about tank count, we always talk about where you should go, where you not should go, and this is one of those situations where, typically I don't, the 8-9 line, as far as I'm concerned, is not really a great line to push. It's too how do I put it? It's a one line advance. You might be able to jump the center in a few spots, but it's kind of a just a epic slugfest of shit. So I typically go the 1-2-3 line, and you'll see me head that way right now. As I'm moving along here, you'll notice, when I talk about the tank counting and all that kind of shit. This is a perfect example of that. I'm in a T30, and about this way along the way, I noticed that there's two Tiger 2s with me. Now, I look at the other team, and they got a IS-7, E75, a fair amount of other shit hanging out on that deal. So I'm going, you know what? With a 17-second reload, this isn't someplace I want to be, right? This isn't a line that's going to end well for us. Our tier 10 AMX-50Bs on the other flank, and our FV-183s camp and base, and yeah, it's just not it's not a viable position right here. So this is one of them deals where, hey, you know what? They actually listened. Both Tiger 2s comprehend what I was trying to say about not having tanks to do this line. And what you'll do see me here is I'm going to actually take up a fairly strong position for my tank, at least, which is the back corner here at K4. But I'm doing this in anticipation of what's going to be coming down the 1-2 line. We already got a Tiger 2 and a T25 pilot lit over there. So this is kind of what I'm thinking here is I'm going to hang out here and see what I get for shots, and if not shots, what possibly could be coming this way. Right off the bat, FV-4202 moves up. He doesn't see me. So yes, like I said, this position is a very strong position just because of the fact that this is, it sits relatively right on this line. So shot goes high. The IS-7 does push around, and he's getting shots in here on the FV and whatnot. So I'm gonna try to get climbed up here, and this is this is the spot where I usually try to get up into here, and I spot an E75. Now I'm going to take a shot from him. He's got the small gun, not terribly worried about it. I'm more worried about taking this guy out. Put a nice shot into him. I had 6 down to 768. He's still kicking, but their top tier tank is suffering right now, especially their top tier heavy tank. And we're down 2-5 right now at this point. It's not going well. I move up, find the FV, put a nice shell into him. Leaves me the E75 over here. He had just fired. He's got the little gun, so I'm not quite as fearful. If he's punching me for 400 or 500, yeah, maybe so. But I don't really have a problem, taking a few shells here just to see if I can get a big hit in on him. So I push up and over, trying to get over. This is not exactly the best spot for me, but what am I going to do? Take back, drop a shell in, just can't quite get down. So, I do take some damage. I'm okay with that. Like I said, I really wanted to kill him, at least get a punch into him. So, at this point, the 8-9 has completely fucking fizzled. Who would have thunk, right? Yeah, it's toast. About that time, here comes the T95, and I see him moving off here to challenge the E75. Since the IS-7's down, there's not near as much crap to have to deal with. So I'm not quite as spooked about going over there. But he's going by himself, and I can't have that. Like I said, I have the FV-183 still here. I don't know if he's just playing artillery at this moment or what, but he's here. So I'm gonna go give the 95 some help, and I pull off the back of my position. You know, like I said, talking about earlier, don't have the tank count, don't push lines. You know, find a position that's strong for your tank and play off that. Places where you can, you know, at least get away. You know, even in that position right there, they're gonna have to crawl up to get me. So if I have any support left, you know, I have a chance to assisting him. So push out. Got the 95 with me now. You know, so it's a little bit easier for us to do this. FE finally gets wrecked. Got an E75, a Tiger 2 up on the top, and you know, I'm heading that way. Now you'll see me come up here, you know, and I could just push in and start blazing away. 17-second reload, not the best thing in the world. So what you see me do here is I'm just gonna pause, wait to find the 95 come up, and I actually get a he actually bounces that. But I'm backing up. I got the 95. He's waiting for him. Yep, boom. Puts another shell on me, 262. And I finish him off. Okay. So now we've evened up the score pretty well. We're actually up here now. We have a 9-7. With E75 and Tiger 2 in front of us. I'm trying to keep the T95 ahead of me. He has the hit points. He has the armor. That kind of shit. So, you know, I'm just playing off his rear here. Trying to get up here on the E75. Now we get kind of lucky here because we have the E75 and a Tiger 2 that are they bailed off the hill. So for us, this isn't bad. You know, we got a chance here to we're above them. Yeah, I'm fairly well protected against artillery, and you know, it's looking pretty tasty right now. Come around on the Tiger 2, see where he's at, find him, put a shell into him. I see the 230 in that distance, so I don't pull back around the corner until I'm reloaded. You know, so you know what? Just a little bit of gameplay here. That's all. So we got the T95 and me kind of fighting over that guy. Finish off the Tiger 2. Now we have a full health E75, FE183, AT15 over on the other flank. They have a 95, so they do have almost a fair amount of full health tanks left, and you know, most of us are fairly well injured. 95's pretty much full health, so is a Strev, and we still have full health artillery. So I say fuck it, it's time to you know, get a little damage in here. So E75 sitting right there, come around. I don't want to put myself out there and get shot by the FE that's somehow up in the monastery at this point. So I'm simply just going to play this as a, yeah, it's a nice shell on him for 838. Get spotted for it. Push back around, and you're going to see me change positions here. I'm kind of concerned about where the FE is going to be at, but he doesn't show up, so I'm not terribly worried here. So pull around, find the E75. Finish him off for 198. Yep, I get spotted. Pull back around. FE's still sitting up there. Take a hit by the Lorraine, really, for 326. What, really? So, so now the FE knows where I'm at. Artillery knows where I'm at. So you're going to see me not just hang out here. I wait till everything vanishes, and I start moving myself ahead a little bit here, and I'm going to wait. At some point, that FE is going to have to come back. And maybe come out of there, maybe sit there and snipe, do something. So I'm pulled back here just to see if he's going to poke, you know. So I have a fairly good chance, somewhat already safe, unless they, you know, he's sitting over there on the 9 line or something like that. So I have a little bit of artillery cover. I'm just sitting here waiting. You know, I'm waiting for him to get spotted. The FE's up on the top of the hill. He's sitting and waiting. AT-15. Apparently he missed him or something. He's going to keep driving and yeah, that's not what you do. RU-251 crashes, so bam, we're back. They're right back here in this game with us. right? And it's gonna make a little more interesting here. RU-251 actually crashed, so I can't really, spot him for that. Yep, about that time, FE comes around the corner, puts a nice shell on him for 712, back around the corner. He knows I'm here now, so that leaves the T95. He's going to stroll up middle here. I'm just going to kind of watch here. I'm curious if he's actually going to come out or if he's going to stay up there. I don't really know. I kind of want to stay here to support my 95 as much as possible. Strev is on the other flank. He's sitting waiting, so I pull back around, kind of trying to get vanished as much as I can. I don't like to sit in the same spot too long, just because you never know. People have a tendency to stare at shit and wait for you to pop back up again. So T95 comes around, spots the FV. The FV fires 630. So now, the boys and girls, this is the problem with the FV. If you're firing using the FV, by God, carry some AP too. That hash round, if that would have been an AP round, he would have killed the 95 and not died. But, hey, whatever. T95 goes up the hill, rolls pretty high, just not enough to kill the FV. FV finishes off the T95. M4043 finishes off him, and at this point, it's a 2 versus 3, and we have a Strev S1, M4043, and the T95 has been slowly moving down the 9 line. So, as much as I want to get more damage, as much as I want to win this, do as much damage as I possibly can, I'm done. So I'm heading toward cap. 295, if I do run into him, I'm going to be sitting in somewhat of a decent hull down position if he's here. Hopefully maybe I can spot him before I even have to deal with him. I still have the artillery here, all that kind of stuff. Don't spot him. So I'm done. I'm heading toward cap. I'm going to play this ridge right here. But luckily the 95 is spotted, and I have artillery and a Strev overwatching, so I'm done. So I'm heading for cap. This is all about winning now. This is not about getting damage. So start heading for cap. I'm assuming if I beat him there at least, or maybe at least the Strev has some chance to actually pen him and finish him off. It doesn't matter. I'm headed for cap. So head to cap, looking, and about that time is when I pop up the Lorraine. Put a shell on him, kill him, puts me up at 6K, and now I'm capturing base. 95 is capturing base as well. There is only about 7 seconds between the two of us, so we win. We should win, if I remember right. Or is it going to be a 10-second thing? Whatever it is. I'm on cap. We have a Strev overlooking the 95. So if the 95, as long as he hits him once, resets, all he has to do is hit his tracks. Resets this, resets the cap, and we win easily. So it's just simply a matter of hanging out here waiting for the reset on the T95. And it's not very often I get an invader in the old T30. Once in probably first time ever, actually, the more I think about it. 40 seconds left on the cap. Strev is trying to do his best to get up into the cap and possibly reset the T95. Yeah, it's gonna be tight here if he can do it. Tell the Strev no, just hit his tracks, and he does. Resets it, and that gives us the win. Unfortunately, he's going to probably lose his life, which is all right. We still win. So 6 seconds left. Invader medal. Yeah, we're done. T95 goes back after the Strev, chase each other around a little bit, and unfortunately, he actually does get executed. But well played. We win, and it's one of those good games where everybody kind of does a good job. So hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll be talking to you guys later.